Guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode number 2 of the Derby Career Life. And to start off this episode, we do have our first Premier League game against Tottenham Hotspur away at their stadium, of course. Chelsea have signed Iago Aspas for 27 million. Obviously, we made a number of signings in that last episode. Let me just quickly, if you don't include the pre-contract signings, which were technically signings as well, we brought in Will Hughes, we brought in Tomori, and we brought in Harry Wilson. So 3 players that have previously played for this club have come back. So I'm just going to wait for the time being, play a few Premier League games, see how we do and what kind of results come up. So I'm very interested to see what lineup Spurs do go for, because this really will depend on how broken this career mode is or not. But it should be fixed, hopefully, in the next couple of days when the patch does get released. Wasn't great in the last game, to be frankly honest, Harry Wilson, I'm not going to lie. He didn't really do too much against Derry City. So I'm thinking of maybe putting Castagne in, just because it is against a bigger team. He's got the high defensive work rate. And just see how he does against a big team. Here we are then, the first Premier League game. It is raining at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's see if they've got their first team or not. That's the big question. It's not great, is it? It's not a great sight to see. So they've got Harry Kane, which is something, I guess. And then that's it. That's it. You know, we've got, I don't know, Gabriel Salesi maybe would play, because obviously Aurier is the only other right back. But it's just disappointing, honestly. It's just sad that people have had to play in this. Like, I'm glad that I've done a Championship career mode, because I've not had this issue for the year. But like, where's the team? Like, this is ridiculous. Rolls, Marsh, Amos, Tangana. Like, who are these people? Like, they're probably like 60 odd rated. So yeah, I'm either gonna just have to put the career mode on hold until the update does come out, because I don't want to win the league. I also saw Stoke City beat Man City 4-0 on the first game of the season. So I don't know. And also, if I'm gonna have to restart the career mode anyway,
I'm Martin Tyler. Alan Smith, I'm delighted has joined me as usual.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? Let's be honest. It's just,
at the start of the brand new season for both.
I want to know who tested this game. That's what I want to know. I want to know who played career mode and went, yep, that works. Because it doesn't work. It's as simple as that. Like, they had the beta, and this wasn't a massive issue. There was an issue with the ratings where players would go to 99 rated, but generally lineups were okay. So I don't know what they've done in the last month until release to break it this much.
The system that we think they're going to go with is 4-5-1.
Let's see for Marek to be released. Can he find the back of the net against Whiteman? Yes, he can, because Whiteman's probably about 52 rated and Jack Marek's got about 81 finishing now. So yeah, it's just a bit sad, really, because I'm going to win this game. You know, Spurs in the rain, first game of the season, should be quite a difficult game, but I think the only reason they didn't play Parrott up front is probably because he's injured. Alright, on the ball here. It's in the box. He's just walking around them because they're not that good. Bowen with the shot now, deflects and into the back of the net. It's just, like, I'm so glad that we've done this Championship career mode, because I couldn't fathom people that are doing Premier League career modes, because God, they're terrible. Honestly, this is so boring. It goes down as an own goal, but like, it's so easy just to walk through against a, you know, such a weak Spurs team. And I'm really hoping that I don't have to restart the career mode when this patch does come in the next few days, because
spotted that well and intercepted.
Obviously, all the ratings will be different, which is one thing.
Oscar,
yeah, just there, like I'm on ultimate difficulty. Like, what? It just feels like beginner. It just feels like beginner. They need to make the difficulty so much more difficult as well. Like, even when I'm playing against strong teams, they just don't feel good. Like, I'm gonna absolutely whack the sliders to, because I want to be in a relegation battle. I don't want us any higher than 10th. Like, it's so stupid how easy ultimate difficulty is, and it's just a bit sad. So to make it 4, and that's 4. It's just boring, honestly. I'm going to literally make the sliders impossible. Like, I think I'm going to put 0 error on. I think I put my control error down to like 5 or 6 anyway, but like pass error, shot error, things like that, just, I don't know. Like, if I look at the match stats, like they've dominated us in possession, but they just don't do anything with it. Like, their attacking knowledge is just so poor. And I just can't fathom, like, anyway, like, generally I wouldn't do a Premier League career mode anyway, because it's quite boring, because they're pretty easy if you've got a Prem team, maybe some lower half table teams, but you know, if you're doing like a top 6 team, it's literally pointless, because it's just like, there's 5, like, do they just want to make it any more easy for me? Got a penalty here. We'll just put this in the back of the net, shall we? And there's 5 now. Decided to Kasnag in the box with the shot. 6 now. On top of like making, I'm kind of tempted to mess with my sliders a bit. I don't know if in the new patch, I don't know if there's anything to do with difficulty. So yeah, I might need to like literally just make my sliders, like my shot error, just really bad.
They're in to score.
Oh, we scored.
To reduce the deficit.
So I was just like trying to get the notes up to see, because it's over. You know, the game's over at this point. I'll just put the controller down.
But it won't mean too much in terms of the result. Just a personal triumph for him.
I'm just trying to see if the difficulty. I know they've done the first team. They say they've done the first team 11 thing, but that might not even work on the patch. But I want to see if they've done.
Suddenly they could be on the counter.
I'll show you the patch notes as well. I can show you some. There we go, 6-1 against Tottenham Hotspur. So, yeah, as we can see that goal, I was just looking to see, because it's only just come out recently, just to see what the actual pitch notes say. So, yeah, pretty comfortable win. I'll just show you those now. So if we just look here, gameplay general, this is basically telling us that legendary difficulty is going to be a lot more challenging. So this may be, because it's literally pointless me playing this career mode until this patch does come out. So it should come out at some point in the next few days. So, you know, we may not upload for the next couple of days. Obviously, I've got to find a time to then record. But yeah, a lot of improvements to the CPU, which is good to see, which basically means my sliders will have to be different when it comes out. Also on career mode, let's just go down to that on this thing. I'll put the link as well in the description if I remember. But they've added the goal difference to the table, so that's a great little improvement. Not too sure about what that means. So yeah, this is basically, that is what we need. We need the players to play their best team. It's as simple as that. This is the one that might cause me issues because I'm on an old save. I may need to make a new save and transfer all these players over for that to happen. I'm quite surprised that's a thing, that getting fired. Like, it's just like they just haven't tested it. That's the thing. But yeah, it's, you know, it's good that they've eventually fixed it. Obviously the gameplay issues are going to be fixed and all that, so that's good to see. So yeah, let's just carry on with this career mode. Obviously we're only going to be playing a couple of games, though it won't affect this season too much. But that game against Spurs felt more easy than the game against Derry City, and that just shouldn't be happening. It's as simple as that. I think I'm just going to simulate the game against Derry City. Like, nobody's that bothered about the game, and it just means we can get more Premier League games in. Yeah, Newcastle's one that it shouldn't really be an issue. I'm going to absolutely whack the settings now on the CPU and stuff like that, just to make it literally, you know, shot error at 0, pass error at 0, I don't want to like mess with like speed of things because then it just looks funny and not realistic. If I just literally make these, the thing is I don't know too much about what this does. Like, does it make them better? Run frequency, there we go. So yeah, knock that up to like 75. Cool. So that should make the Newcastle game a little bit more harder for us. Obviously, when the update does come out, it means it's going to be a lot better for us. So yeah, let's just simulate this game. I will pick the second team for this game. Just played quite a weak team, to be honest. Like, I'll put Jason Knight in, I guess. Can also put Chris Martin up top. I'm going to remove the Chris Martin rule that we had from last season. It would be nice to keep playing with him, but I think because we've got Woolley, Marriott, and a few others, I'd rather us play with better players since we are now in the Premier League. I'll also put Carson in goal. Why not? Sibley as well. You can play. So yeah, just into the game against Derry City. It should be probably a 1-0 win for us. 4-1 win. So that's 9-1 on aggregate against Derry City. We could have probably simulated both games, but I really don't like simulating games because the simulation isn't exactly great. But for some reason, our manager rating keeps dropping, even though we're unbeaten at the minute, which is a bit odd. Lazio have signed Lewis Cook there. We do have the home game next against Newcastle. We do have a few games rescheduled. I don't know if that's because of Europa League or not. Let me just have a check to see if we have. Yeah, we've got another. Oh, so we've got another qualifying round, and we also have the game against Morecambe. Is that realistic? I don't know if those fixtures are really that good, because you've got this game against Aalborg, again a pretty easy team that we should be winning against. Then a daybreak. So okay, so the Forest game, if you play on a Thursday, you should be playing on the Sunday. Then after that, you play the next Thursday. But for some reason, we've got a Carabao Cup game in there as well. So our team is going to be stretched. That's for sure. So I don't want to play too many games in terms of the Premier League season, just until the patch does come out, because well, it's just a little bit boring, you know, winning every game. We'll probably win this next game against Newcastle. That's the sad thing. I'm almost tempted to end the episode here and just wait for the patch to come, because it's there's just no need. There's no need for it to be this easy, you know. We'll see how it is. We have got the new sliders, of course. I'll also fiddle with my sliders. Why not? Let's just make it absolutely ridiculous to try and score. I must say that orange kit is very nice for Newcastle. We've got to pick that. Obviously, we go to our first team, which we did rest up for that last game against Derry City. It'll be good. It'd be a good way actually of knowing, because we've got so many fixtures until the deadline day. It'll be a very good way of seeing how much squad depth we actually have. And if we can be competitive over these next few games, it's quite a good thing that has happened. I know the fixtures aren't realistic, but they're as good as they're going to get, to be frankly honest. So yeah, I think we'll go with this lineup. I'm tempted to put Jeff Hendrick in. I do like the fact that he is 6 foot tall. That's the only thing about Shinny. He's a little bit short, but I will switch those over. Probably go for that. Here we are then at Pride Park for our first Premier League game of the season against Newcastle United. It, you know, even on the new update, this game is probably one that would look to be winning, because they don't have the best of team. Even they're playing quite a, you know, it's still a strong team, but Rob Elliott in goal, a little bit debatable. I'm not too sure why Dubravka is, but Yedlin and Ritchie at the fullback positions. It'll be interesting to see how we do against the 5-3-2. Watson, Bailey, not too sure who they are, but a pretty strong midfield. I'm not too sure who Martin is actually. And Sorensen up front to get, like if Newcastle are playing a weak team against me, then it's just not fun at all. But we have made the sliders literally impossible, so I can't wait to see how these go.
It's playing its part, but if they keep on playing like this, I think the goal
chance here for Bowen. They are very deep actually, the Newcastle defenders, but we've got ourselves into the box now. Cuts inside nicely with the finesse shot. Keeper saves it, but goes to the rebound. And we have made it 1-0. I must say, what I've done with the sliders is actually quite good. You know, it's still The computer does have a lot of the ball, but they do struggle to actually make a clear-cut chance, where, like, obviously, if you're playing against someone online, if you make an error, it will cause a goal. But, yeah, it might be a case of me just waiting for the patch to come out, and then hopefully that fixes everything. And it may be a case of me having to restart the career mode just to get those patches involved. Chance to slip Rooney in. He's in the box. Can he get a Premier League goal? Yes, he can. Wayne Rooney with the second goal of the game. I must say we've not really had much possession, which has made it quite boring. But it's harder, you know. We've still won the game, but at least it's a little bit more difficult. I'm just debating whether it's worth waiting a few days until the patch does come out to actually upload the next episode, because it's like they've had a lot of the ball, they just haven't done anything with it, and that's, you know, that's going to be updated in the patch. So it's literally me playing these games at the minute is kind of pointless, because I'm going to win them no matter what. Another thing I want to comment on is actually if I look at the instant replay, I can show you a little bit easier, but if you look at the numbers on the back of the shirts, they just look a bit bad. Probably needed orbit. Like, the text just looks really small. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if it's just compared to, like, being in the Championship to the Premier League, but they look really small. Like, that 4, if you look at that 4 compared to the size of that 3, look how massive that is. I don't know if I can do it with another player, but yeah, it just doesn't quite look right. Which is obviously, I've just booted the ball away, but it's full time anyway. Yeah, it's just a bit odd. Like things like that, just they need to be, you know, you've got the licenses for this, do it properly at least. But yeah, we've got our second win of the season. As you can see, Newcastle, all the possession but did nothing with it. I don't know if it's my fault as well, because basically the way I play FIFA is obviously very much like, you know, I'm playing Ultimate Team, I'm playing against somebody, so I'm not going to commit players, which means that's going to cause goals. So it might be down to, obviously other people have had the issues as well, but it doesn't really help. Next game then against Aalborg in the playoff round of the Europa League. I think it should be done after this round. I don't know if there's 3 rounds or not, but yeah, I'm really hoping it works as well. Maybe I'm saying that it's working, but maybe when we get to the next round it doesn't work. But I'm thinking, because of the way the fixtures are falling, I'm trying to think what's best to do, because we're going to win that Morecambe no matter what like team we've got. So I'm almost tempted to play a weaker team this game, play strong team against Forest, weaker team against Morecambe, then we've got the strong team for the second leg. So yeah, we'll play the weaker team in this game. I think I'm just going to simulate it, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Playing against Aalborg away, it just seems a little bit pointless. So let's just simulate this. We could have maybe put a bit of a better lineup in, but yeah, maybe makes it a bit of a challenge as well. And like, if we lose, oh, we've won the game anyway. But I was going to say, if we lost this game by a goal or 2, and we have to bring it back in the second leg, then that would have made it a little bit more interesting, because anyone can beat Aalborg, let's be honest. You know, they're not exactly great. Yeah, we have an offer for a loan deal for Wesley. That is something I'm... You know, we've not got a lot of money, and striker is definitely a position... You know, we're scoring goals at the minute, but essentially we've got Woolley and Marriott as strikers, I'd say. Like, first team strikers. So maybe we need an extra one who's a little bit different, because they're very much the same player. Both like 5'8", 5'9". 4-star week 4, and then pacey, good shooting, good dribbling. So yeah, next game is against Nottingham Forest. We are currently top of the Premier League, and I just feel, you know, Spurs and City being at the bottom, I just don't want... I don't mind it for a couple of games, but I don't want these teams at the bottom of my table. It's as simple as that. I'd rather not play the game and wait for this patch, because I'm going to beat Forest, so there's another 3 points. That puts us on to 9 points. Then we only need another, you know, it's probably about 35 points you need. So it's you know, I've almost got us promotion before the season's even really started, so I'm very tempted just to put the career mode on pause, and even by the time, like, this video is going to go up on, I think, Thursday, sorry. So I'm thinking we just wait, because then when the patch does come out, which hopefully is by Thursday or at least sometime by Friday maybe, then the game will work. That's what I'm hoping, because at the minute I don't see the point. I don't see the point. Literally, there's no point in me playing this game at the minute until the patch does come out. So yeah, hopefully you guys do understand. I've seen a lot of you guys as well, and I think the honest way until the patch does come out of playing this game is doing a League 2 or League 1 or even Championship team. And obviously I think League 2 is probably best, because then you can just play a lot. You can play a lot of FIFA, because me recording this series, it's taken me a little bit longer than if I just played the games throughout the season. You know, the last month the game's been out, I could have easily got us promoted a lot faster, but obviously because I'm recording it, it does take a lot longer. So yeah, just do a League 1 or League 2 career mode, just to buy time, really. That's all I can really say. Obviously if you want to play with a specific team, you can't really do that at the minute. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. I must say, Tomori at the back is wonderful. The only thing about playing Tomori this season is, by the end of the season, he's going to be worth like 20 mil. That's the only thing about loans. That's the downside. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode, and hopefully you guys understand that I'd rather wait. So we're going to wait until this patch comes out. It may come out tomorrow. It may come out next week. But yeah, we won't have a video until the patch is out and it actually has made an effect on the game, because at the minute it's just a little bit boring, you know, being top of the Premier League. I know we've only played 2 games, but as you can see, like, the teams at the bottom, it's just a little bit boring, you know, Arsenal, Chelsea, City and Spurs. Like, no, I'm not going to play until they start playing their first teams and actually get up the table. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Leave a like, rate if you did enjoy it, and see you soon. Bye.